Hi, my presentation is about how people in low income neighborhoods are victims of environmental racism. And to start, we should talk about what has been in the news lately or last year Flint, Michigan, and their water crisis. This slide, we see Flint residents Melissa and Adam Mays preparing chicken with a bottle of water, showing how much waste is in their water right now that they have to resort to a bottle of water instead of their tap due to the high lead contents. As Flint, Michigan switched their water supply from what they used to have to supply their water from the Flint River to save money. While they were doing the switch, there was inadequate treatment and testings of the water, resulting in a series of major poor water quality and which resulted in major health issues for Flint residents as the Flint government did not do anything and ignored their residents of Flint for 18 months. As the Flint homes became a place for lead poisoning and Legionnaire's disease, Michigan Civil Rights Commission established that Flint's government responded poorly and was a result of systemic racism. Later studies revealed that contaminated water in Flint had or resulted in elevated blood lead levels and children with impairedness to their health. Despite the outrage protesting against Governor Rick Snyder surrounding the Capitol building, the people demanded that he would be impeached. But while they were protesting outside, Rick Snyder was inside the government Capitol building in Michigan as he was apologizing on their lack of government assistance to the residents and about his lack of enforcement on clean water and promising an investigation on who is responsible for this lack of management of clean water, and that there is no problem, or if there is a problem, that the people or his helpers should contact him immediately with no hesitation. Next, we move to another city victim of environmental racism, North Carolina, where a city of Rogers Eubanks, which is a historically African American community outside of Chapel Hill, which is in North Carolina, has been experiencing a landfill expansion since 1972, but the people didn't want the landfill in the first place until the mayor promised that when the landfill was filled, it will be turned into a recreational area. But since then, the landfill has been expanding for the last 40 years. The recreational center for the landfill wasn't even the only proposition. The mayor, Howard Lee, also promised that Roger Eubanks would also receive municipal services that they lacked, like sidewalks and water and sewage connections. So how did the people of Roger Eubanks agree on the landfill? But now, for decades later, the landfill has just been expanding. So now David Cadwell Jr., an activist an activist, is fighting the mayor on the for fulfilling his promise decades ago with the help of the EPA to hold the mayor accountable for dumping toxic waste near poverty-stricken neighborhoods. And that's for Excited.